In the soft embrace of twilight, when the world seems to pause in a moment of reflection, there exists a realm often whispered about but seldom understood: life after death. It is a topic that has captivated human imagination for centuries, stirring debates among philosophers, scientists, and theologians alike. The boundaries of life and death blur in the narratives of those who have brushed against the veil of the unknown, returning with tales that challenge our perceptions of existence. This exploration begins with a single heartbeat, a moment suspended in time when the soul teeters on the edge of two worlds. In a small town, nestled between rolling hills and whispering forests, lived a woman named Clara. She was an ordinary person, leading an unremarkable life filled with the mundane joys and sorrows that define the human experience. Clara was a mother, a sister, a friend. Her days spent in the comforting routine of work, family, and the occasional indulgence of a good book. But one fateful evening, as she drove home under a canopy of stars, her life took a turn that would forever alter her understanding of existence. The accident was sudden, a collision that seemed to happen in slow motion. One moment, Clara was humming along to her favorite song, and the next, darkness enveloped her. In that instant, she felt an indescribable sensation, a detachment from her body, a lightness that was both terrifying and liberating. It was as if she was floating above the chaos, witnessing the aftermath of the crash from a distance. The sounds of sirens, the frantic voices of paramedics, and the murmur of concerned onlookers faded into a distant echo, replaced by a profound silence. Clara's near-death experience began in that silence, a realm where time ceased to exist, and her consciousness expanded beyond the confines of her physical form. She found herself in a space filled with radiant light, a warm and inviting glow that enveloped her like a comforting embrace. In this ethereal realm, she felt an overwhelming sense of peace, a profound understanding that transcended the worries and fears that had plagued her life. It was as if she had stepped into a world where love reigned supreme, where the burdens of earthly existence were lifted, and where the essence of her being was illuminated. As she floated in this luminous expanse, Clara encountered figures that felt both familiar and foreign. They were beings of light, their forms shifting and shimmering, radiating an energy that resonated with her soul. Though they did not speak in words, Clara understood them on a deep, intrinsic level. They conveyed messages of love, forgiveness, and the interconnectedness of all life. In their presence, she felt a sense of belonging, as if she had returned home after a long journey. In this realm, Clara was shown glimpses of her life, the moments of joy, the laughter shared with friends, the tender embraces of her children. But alongside these memories were the shadows of her regrets, the times she had been unkind, the opportunities she had let slip away. The beings of light guided her through these reflections, encouraging her to embrace both the light and the dark, to understand that every experience had contributed to her growth. Time, as it is known on Earth, held no meaning here. Clara felt as though she was both an observer and a participant in this cosmic dance of existence. She realized that the essence of life was not confined to the physical realm. Rather, it was a continuous cycle of learning, evolving, and connecting with others. The insights she gained were profound, reshaping her understanding of love, compassion, and the significance of every moment. Just as Clara began to grasp the enormity of these revelations, a sensation tugged at her consciousness, a pull that beckoned her back to the world she had known. It was not a forceful departure, but rather a gentle nudge, a reminder that her time in this ethereal realm was drawing to a close. The beings of light surrounded her, their energy pulsating with warmth and reassurance. They conveyed that she had a choice: to remain in this state of bliss or return to her earthly existence, to continue her journey and share the insights she had gained. With a heavy heart, Clara chose to return. The allure of the light was intoxicating, but the love for her family anchored her to the world she had known. As she descended back into her body, she felt a rush of sensations: pain, confusion, and the frantic energy of the medical team working to revive her. In that moment, she understood the fragility of life, the delicate balance between existence and oblivion. When Clara awoke in the hospital, the sterile scent of antiseptic filled her senses, and the beeping of machines punctuated the silence. She was alive, but she was forever changed. The experience had left an indelible mark on her soul, a reminder of the profound truths that lay beyond the veil of death. As she recovered, Clara found herself compelled to share her story, to illuminate the insights she had gained from her journey into the unknown. In the months that followed, Clara became an advocate for understanding near-death experiences. She spoke at gatherings, conferences, and even to small groups in her community. Each time she recounted her story, she witnessed the transformative power of her words. People listened with rapt attention, their eyes widening with wonder as she painted vivid pictures of the light, the love, and the connections that transcended earthly existence. Through her narratives, Clara explored the common themes that emerged from near-death experiences. Feelings of unconditional love, the perception of time as non-linear, and the profound sense of interconnectedness among all beings. She shared the stories of others who had ventured into the unknown, each unique yet strikingly similar in the insights they provided. It became clear to her that these experiences were not isolated incidents, but rather a universal phenomenon that spoke to the depths of the human experience. As Clara delved deeper into her exploration, she began to connect with researchers and scientists who were studying the phenomenon of near-death experiences. They sought to understand the neurological and psychological aspects of these encounters, attempting to bridge the gap between science and spirituality. Clara found herself at the intersection of these worlds, engaging in discussions that challenged the boundaries of knowledge and belief. Through her collaboration with researchers, Clara learned about the brain's response during moments of trauma, the release of endorphins, and the alterations in consciousness that could occur when faced with the brink of death. Yet, despite these scientific explanations, Clara remained steadfast in her belief that there was something more at play, an essence of existence that could not be fully captured by empirical data alone. As she continued her journey, Clara encountered skeptics and believers alike. Some dismissed her experiences as mere hallucinations, products of a brain deprived of oxygen. Others embraced her insights, finding solace in the idea that life transcended the physical realm. Clara learned to navigate these conversations with grace, understanding that each person's perspective was shaped by their own experiences and beliefs. In her heart, Clara knew that the essence of her journey was not about convincing others of her truth, but rather about fostering a dialogue that encouraged exploration and understanding. She began to host workshops where individuals could share their own stories, creating a safe space for vulnerability and connection. In these gatherings, she witnessed the healing power of shared experiences, the way stories could bridge divides and foster empathy. As Clara's narrative unfolded, she realized that her near-death experience had not only transformed her understanding of life after death, but had also deepened her appreciation for the present moment. She became acutely aware of the beauty in the mundane, the laughter of her children, the warmth of the sun on her skin, the gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze. Each moment became a treasure, a reminder of the interconnectedness of all life. Years passed, and Clara's journey continued to evolve. She became a beacon of hope for those grappling with loss, a guiding light for those seeking answers in the face of uncertainty. Her life was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the face of death, love endures. One evening, as Clara sat on her porch, watching the sun dip below the horizon, she felt a familiar presence surrounding her. It was a sensation she had come to recognize, the gentle embrace of the beings of light who had guided her during her near-death experience. In that moment, she understood that they were not distant entities, but rather an integral part of her journey, a reminder that she was never alone. Clara closed her eyes, allowing herself to be enveloped by the warmth of their love. She reflected on the lessons she had learned, the importance of compassion, the beauty of connection, and the understanding that life is a tapestry woven with threads of joy and sorrow. She felt a deep sense of gratitude for the experiences that had shaped her, for the moments that had led her to this very point. In the years that followed, Clara continued to share her story, to connect with others, and to explore the depths of existence. She became a catalyst for change, inspiring individuals to embrace their own journeys, to seek understanding in the face of uncertainty, and to find solace in the knowledge that love transcends the boundaries of life and death. As she navigated the complexities of existence, Clara understood that life after death was not merely a destination, but a continuous journey. A journey marked by the connections forged, the love shared, and the insights gained along the way. And in that understanding, she found peace, knowing that the essence of her being would forever resonate in the hearts of those she had touched. In the end, Clara's narrative was not just about her own experience. It was a reflection of the collective human experience, a reminder that we are all part of a greater tapestry, woven together by the threads of love, loss, and the eternal quest for understanding. Life after death, as she had come to know it, was not an end, but a continuation, a journey that transcended the confines of time and space, inviting all to explore the mysteries that lie beyond the veil.